Hello and welcome to another ranked gameplay series. Today we are taking a look at the new ST17 purple Luffy deck that's coming out in the next couple of days. We will go over what you will find in the starter deck and then also some options how to improve your deck and to have like a competitive deck built with just like 2 copies of the starter deck and some additional cards as well. I think all the new starter deck colors are just a really good introduction to the game if you don't already own previous cards, and also the upcoming premium best set is also really good to get some staples of all the colors. So yeah, let's jump right into the deck and take a look what we got into the starter deck. So we got the purple Monkey D. Luffy leader. It's a 5 life leader with activate main. Once per turn you may add 1 card from the top of your life cards to your hand, so reduce your life. And if you have 0, 2, or 3 or more Don cards on your field, we can add up a Don and set as active. So this is really good to be able to cheat out bigger characters the turn earlier. For example, on our second turn, we are able to use the effect and then play out, for example, the Sangoro here, like a 5-cost unit. So yeah, in general, this leader is really good to be able to cheat out bigger characters earlier and apply some pressure to your opponent. So let's take a look at the deck. So the starter deck comes with 4 2Ks Usohachi. We have the Ohobi, the Robin. Then we have the Jinbei here, a blocker. We got 4 Zoro. We got also 4 Chopper. We got 4 Frankie Franosuke. Then we got the Brook as well. We also got the Bromo Monkey D. Luffy here in the deck. And then we got here 2K Usopp. This is actually a pretty good card, which we also take into our updated version, which we will talk about in the next couple of minutes. Then we got the new Onami. It's a blocker. It's also a really good effect. On play, if you have 8 or more Don on your field, you can trash 1 card and draw 2 cards. So it's a really good cycle effect. It's like the opposite of a queen. You have to trash first and then draw 2 cards, but yeah, just really good small blocker and also getting a +1 card in your hand. Then we got the new Sangoro. This one we will look a little bit further into. So it's a 5-cost 6000 power character with 1k counter. And when attacking once per turn, if you have 8 or more Don, we can draw 1 card. So this is also just really good. And a lot of drawing cards, which is really just super nice to have. Then we got a new super rare in the starter deck. So this is Zorojuro. It's a 4-cost 6000 power. And on play, look at the top 5 cards of our deck. We will up to 1 Straw Hat, like purple Straw Hat crew type card, and we put it into our hand, and the rest we bottom deck. So this is just a really good searcher with really good stat line. And here's the star of the deck, the Luffy Taro. This is like a 7-cost 8000 power unit, and on play we can Don -1, and we can play up to 1 purple Straw Hat character with a cost of 5 or less from our hand. So we are able to play either the Sangoro or the Zorojuro from our hand together with the Luffy. And this is just a really good combo overall, right? And then in the starter deck, there's also the Searcher event. We can look at top 3 and take a Straw Hat or a Hard Pirates character and take it into our hand. So yeah, this is like the deck you will get to buy for like, let's say, 10 euros or $10, something like that, depending on where you live, probably. And now we are taking a look what cards we keep and use in our updated version. So let's just reduce some cards over here. So this is actually the core of the cards, which we also translate into our updated version. So we will keep the Franosuke, we will keep the 2K Usopp here. We also keep the Onami, the Sanji, Zoro, and Luffy for sure. So yeah, I prepared this already. So let's take a look into the updated version I have here. Here we have a list we updated, so that's why I also thought or said in the beginning we buy 2 of these starter decks, so we are able to get 4 Luffys, we got 4 Zoros here. We also play 4 Sanjis in this deck. We reduced the Onami to 2, just to have like a small blocker to have. The Usopp we also got a 2, like a 2k, we get 4 of them in our deck. And now other cards we added, and also here's the Franosuke, also as a 2k unit, but it's could come in clutch if we want to close out the game because it has the ability Don X1. If we have 8 or more Don on our field, this character gains Rush. So it would be able to be an additional attacker if we happens to need it. Other cards we implement are cards we got or we known from the purple Luffy before. For example, we got 3 Magellan here. It's a really good card against like black or inner decks just to mess up with their Don or their curves. For example, like Lucci, if they are like let's say or 7 or 8 Don turn, and we can drop a Magellan to reduce it and delay their Morias or checks. One more turn is just a really, really good play. We got 2 Paulies. Paulie is able to, if we are at a 7 Don, he's able to ramp us to 8 because he gives a 5 cost. On play we pay 2. Then we can set up a Don is active, and if we have then 8 or more Don, which we usually have, we can KO a character of 4 or less. And then the next turn we are at 10 Don. We also got 2 Bon Clay in the deck. This is just enables us to ramp additional Don. Let's say if we go first, then we are at 3 Don, we can use the leader effect. Go to 4 Don, play the Bon Clay, be at 5, and next turn we could play then the Paulie into ram another Don, and that we are able to play like a, for example, a Kaido in the 4th turn already. We also implement another Strut character, the Sanji from OPO7 in here. This is just overall also a pretty good card. It's like a 6, cost 6000 power, blocker, 2k card, searchable with the Zoro, and we can also play it maybe for 3 if we have 2 or more fewer Don cards than our opponents. Exactly. We also got the Useless Captain Kit. It's a 5 cost 6000 card, blocker, 1k counter. And every time when we put Don, or Don minus with effect of our other cards, we can ramp an active Don back with the kit. So actually negating the minusing effect of other cards. Additional, we have 4 blocker Queen, which is also 5 cost 6000 power, 1k unit. On play we can done -1, draw 2 cards and trash 1 card. So it's the opposite of the Onami. Just another filtering option, another net +1 card gaining option. And overall just a good card. And yeah, as I said also, there is the premium booster set coming out, I think beginning of November. So there's also a reprint of the Queen in this deck. So the prices should drop as well to get playset of this card. So it maybe makes sense to wait 1 or 2 weeks more until the premium booster set is released to get your hands on a playset of these if you don't have them already. And I think the last card to mention here, probably last, is the Trafalgar Law from the ST10 deck. So overall just a really good card if you're playing against like, let's say also Black Yellow Luffy or Enel. Just decks that in general tend to have larger hands, so we can choose 2 cards randomly and let our opponent discard them. And then we also got a 0 cost event in purple. As a trigger, it's also option to ramp an additional Don, and otherwise it's just the option to filter out our 0 cost or our 0 counter cards, for example the Luffy, the Zoro, the Kaido, the Magellan or the Paulie. Just to being able to get rid of them and also counter out if we need it. So that's my first take, let's say, on the updated version of the ST18 Purple Luffy, and I would say let's jump into 1 or 2 games to see how this deck performs. So we found our first opponent. It's against the Vegapunk, OPO7 leader, and let's take a look at our hand. We got the Zoro, we got the Bon Clay, Zangoro, the Onami, and the Kaido, and I would say maybe we will, do we keep it, let's mulligan, and I think, maybe the other hand was better, but let's see how it goes, right? So he is playing out the Monkey Luffy turn 1, which is pretty good turn overall. I think we just pass here, right? I think there's nothing. We just pass this turn. Next turn we could play either the Zorojuro or we could play out the Zangoro with our leader effect. And I think it's better to play out the Zangoro, and the turn after we will play out the Luffy with the Sanji, I guess. Let's do it like that. Because I want to play out the 5 cost just to be able that he's not able to shoot or like pop our Zoro with the Luffy. And that's why I think it's better to play the 5 cost than the 4 cost in this regards. I think if we would face something else, maybe I would play this one. He opts not to swing at all into our lives, which is pretty good on our side. We will just do like a 5 into his leader. We don't want to already use leader effect, or we don't want to. Okay, he triggered the Direshi, draw a card. Okay, it's like OPO9 card. I mean on the sim we have to play the eastern area, so there's nothing we can do. So we deploy this here and we pass the turn. And next turn, I think it's really good because next turn we can play out the Luffy Taro. So this will be pretty good. Oh, okay, he will play out the Nami and probably kill our Zangoro. That's rough. He discards another Luffy. He goes for 5 into our face. I think 5 here we will take, and then nothing else. Okay. I think we will. It's pretty unfortunate. We will swing into the Lilith. Maybe get rid of it. Maybe he will counter out of it. Yep, he will counter out. Then we will play the Luffy. We minus a Don. Play out the Zoro, and we will grab I think we will grab the Sangoro, because next turn we can play this Luffy into a Sangoro. And then we pass the turn. He will probably attack with the Monkey Luffy, and then we'll use it as activate main to pop our Zoro. We will defend this attack with 2k, and we get many 2ks here. Yeah. But at least our Zoro traded with a Monkey Luffy, right? So yeah, that's good. And he's not able to use his leader effect, right? Oh no, he could use it, right? It was 6-4 Raigo, use this and then leader effect, okay. Pretty unfortunate on their side. So now I don't want to swing to his life, right? Because he has the Frankie here. So what do we do now? I think it's the best if we just deploy another. Yeah. We will just use this to play out this. And I think then we just pass, right? If we swing into his life, he will just get to trigger the Frankie and also play out, like draw one card, play out a Frankie. And that's not what we want to do. Okay, he will use a Katakuri, bounce our Luffy back into life. This is not so good. And for one, he will probably use another card. Oh, this was really strong. Play Nami, get rid of our Sangoro. And this is pretty... looks not so good for us, right? We don't got anything big here going on, so... maybe I take this life just to see more cards. We got another Luffy here, which is pretty cool. So now I think we will swing with 7 into the Nami, right? Yeah, let's swing with 7 into Nami. And then we play out another Luffy. Bring out another Zoro. And yeah, we'll probably get a 2k, right? I think nothing else we can grab, so let's trade the 2k here. And then we pass. Maybe I should have put the Kaido on top. Don't know if it matters. Yeah, so we got lots of really good great 2k cards in our hand. Next time we could play the Osahachi to rest the Nami and kill it maybe. Okay, now he puts both our Luffys in the bottom of our lives, which is not too good, right? This is not too good. He just heals himself up. I think we are in a rough spot here. Yeah, we're just grabbing the life just to be able to put some sort of pressure on. We take also this life. Okay, now it's our turn here. We got the Kaido here. So now it's something, what do we do here? I think we will attack into the Nami. I think we will also do like a double blocker turn. Where we play, I think, the Onami. We will trash the Pauli to draw 2 cards. And I think then we will play out the Queen, use the effect, done -1. And we will play out... what do we play out? Let's get rid of the Zoro. And I think we will just pass here. If he has some big bodies in his hand, I think it's... yeah. Does not look good to here. Next turn we could... okay, he got another... please save me here. He's able to kill our Zoro. This is not too good. We block this here with the Onami. Then he just passes the turn. Okay. So, what do we do here? I think it would be cool to play out the Kaido, but... 1, 2, 3, 4... I think I want to do like a 10k into the Katakuri. If he wants to save it, he get rid of both his hand cards. And if not, he is like 1 threat less. Okay, you will save it. That's interesting right there. We could now do like a 8. Huh. Do we just play out another Queen? I think it's better just to get rid of this here. Oh yeah, I think 2 done would be enough. And yeah, I think we just pass, right? Because he just has 2 attacks. And maybe we are able to wiggle him down. Okay, he plays the Shaka. Shaka is not too... oh, he attacks this here. I think we will count out of this. Yeah, let's get rid of Queen in a 2k. I think... why don't you swing more? What are you doing with all your dons, right? Yeah, exactly. just pay lots of stuff here. So another good thing is, he doesn't have any cards in his hand. I think this is a good turn to deploy the Kaido. Use this effect. We minus 5 Don to get rid of the Shaka, right? And then we are able to 7. Okay, this is pretty unfortunate. Yeah, we get rid of the Yamato, I would say, right? We just get rid of the Yamato. The question is, do we attack into his life? I don't think so, no. He will probably now use all of his Don and swing to our Kaido. But we get lots of counter in our hand. Thing is, okay, I think 8. We could counter out here, right? 3,000, 2, 4, 6. It would be like 5 cards, right? And I don't think it's worth it because he's just have 1 card and we can just get rid of it. So I think it's okay to not counter out here. And now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's take a look. We could play the Bond Clay for 4. Get a ramping back. 7, 8. For 4, then we could attack for 9. We could use leader effect to go to. Yeah, maybe let's play this here. Then we use this. We attack with all active Dons and get a safe KO here. And pass the turn. And now we are trying to slowly come back into the game, right? Slowly but steady. He just doesn't do anything. Okay, perfect. We draw Don. We just swing 5. Probably trigger it. Maybe he will grab a Shaka. We could also grab a Nami and kill our Bond Clay, right? Let's see what he's doing. Someone could Luffy here. Okay. I think we can play Luffy to play. Yeah, let's do this. We use this. We minus a Don. Play out the Usopp. Rest this unit. And then we will swing 9k into Luffy. You probably let it go, right? And that way we get rid of the life completely here. And then we pass the turn. The thing is, our Bond Clay is probably safe because he can attack with his leader. And his ace, I think, is not active if he plays it. Nico Robin into his life. He could draw into another Yamato. Maybe. Just pass the turn, okay. I think that's the comeback we needed here, right? We are now able to... Let's do the same. We just swing 5 into his face here. He will probably use the Nico Robin, getting 2 cards more. Then we will swing... Let me take a look. Yeah, we just swing 8 here with our Luffy. Probably trigger it, right? I think he will get back a Luffy again. A Nami, okay, I think now he will shoot Bond Clay, right? Yeah. And then... What do we do? Yeah, I think we will still play out this. Minus a Don. Do we play out another one of these, right? Yeah. Let's do it. Rest this. We could theoretically... We could take the life. Let's do it. Let's take the life. Just to attack this with 7. Because we really want to get rid of it. I think a 6k he would just count it out. The 7k is like 2 cards, so this is a little bit more issue for him. And we got, I mean, 10k, we got 12k, we got 15k, we got 16k of counter in our hand. So even if it's like an ace rush into our life, we will be fine. And we are hoping to finish the game maybe next turn, right? We got 2 big Luffies here. Some small characters here. Let's see what he's doing. Okay, I think the Nami is not something we want to see at all. It's pretty rough. It's a 5 cost, right? Yeah, 5 cost here, okay. The good thing is... Okay, there's another Yamato. You can get rid of who's up here, okay. The Yamato really is some trouble for us, right? Do we just go 5, 8, 8, play out Onami and a Sanji? To have 2 blockers up? I would say, let's do this, right? We could have done a 6 here, right? Probably will kill our Usopp. But that's perfectly fine for us. There we go with 8 into his life. Then we do another 8. Now the question is, could we finish with the Frenosuke? The 5 cost 4000. We could put 5 down onto him, right? No, okay, he counted out. He counted out with 2 2Ks, but that's really good for us here. I think we will play out this here. What do we trash? Do we trash the Luffy? Draw 2 cards here, perfect. And I would say then we will... Do we play the Sanji because it's like a 2K, or do we play the used Captain Kid? I would say let's play the Kid. And pass, just so we have a 2K more in our hand, right? Yep. And now, okay, he goes for a Raigo onto the Kid. But I think he still can finish us, right? He has like 9-9. Okay, I think this is something we counter out with 2 2Ks. If he attacks with Yamato, we will block with Onami. Oh, I think we could also just use the 2K here, right? Yep. I thought he will go for all life. Yeah, okay. The good thing is Nico Robin is not something we are worried too much. So now I would say we could just get rid of his board, right? Yep. Let's do a 5K here. We just kill his board and slowly... I think against Vegapunk, yeah, that's the better plan. Just get rid of his board and slowly grinding him down. I think that's the best play we can do here. We first go with a 9K, because we have another attack, right? Yeah, perfect. And I think... I think we just play out a... No, we don't use the effect, and then we play out the... Ah, yeah, we can play out the Sanji, right? Let's play out another law and pass it over. Next turn, we hopefully can finish the game, right? We got 5 attackers, he got 3 lives. Yeah, 2 Nico Robins, that's not something we have to worry about. I think we'll start with 5K here. He would probably take it. Use the effect or 2 more. We then go with a 7K. Then we will use a 9K. What's the last trigger? It's a Lilith. Yeah, I think now we won, right? Even if he grabbed a 2K, we will just put everything here. Yeah, and then he quit right there. Okay, I think it was a pretty interesting game. It doesn't look too good to us in the beginning, but then we were able to come back to get it up there. I would say let's jump right into the next game and see, yeah, which game we face. Okay, so now we got up against the Pluto Flamingo, the hype deck. That's the best deck out of the starter decks and also in the 8.5 meta. I'm really interested to see how our deck does against this leader. So yeah, will be pretty interesting. So what do we have here? I think we will mulligan this away. That's a Luffy, a Sanji. Yeah, I think that's something we can definitely work out of. We are also in the second curve, so we are able on the second turn to play out a Captain Kid or a... I think Captain Kid is really good to have, right? If we play this on the second turn, next turn we play the Luffy with the Sanji, we get that done back, and then we should be at... Yeah, let's take a look. So here I would say we just don't do anything and pass. The thing is, against blue decks, because Luffy has the option to play the pudding. So we have to be sure that we don't have such a large hand we had in the last game, because we always are threatened to get puddinged. So this is something we have to be aware of. And right here, we just see what this deck is capable of. He used the turn 1 Perona, stacked his top deck, attacked us for 7, now 8, because he played the Jinbei from his deck, played then the Boa Hancock, stacked his deck again, and put another Rested here. So this is just pure aggression right there. And yeah, we will swing probably 5 into the Jinbei. He will definitely block with the Boa, no reason not to. Yep. And then we take a life, and we will put down these... Yeah, Captain Kid, and then we pass. And I think just like having this board on the second turn is just so strong, right? 5, 6K body. This is super aggressive, and I think this is the perfect start you want to have with the Flamingo deck as well. Yeah, but we will definitely cover all the starter decks that are coming out, so don't miss that one for sure. And please subscribe to the channel if you have come so far to this point, if you haven't already. I would really appreciate the support, and yeah, would help me much. So he used the law effect here, which is pretty rough. No, what is the... Oh, I think we had to bottom deck a card from our hand. Yeah, bottom deck these are the poly. So a 6k I think we will counter out here. I think I want to counter out the 5k of the Jinbei, probably. 6k again. I think we will block the 6k as well. Yeah, as I said, we just want to stay at a relatively low cards in hand for our... we don't get pudding, right? So here we use the Luffy, minus a Don, play out the Sanji, get an active turn back, and I think right now we just go to the board, right? 6 into the board. We just want to either get his hand or his cards on the board, right? Yep. Then we pass the turn. He countered with 2 cards. He countered with 2 times the new law. It's on play. You will return one of your characters to its hand, and then you can also bounce back 4 cost or lower to the opponent's hand. So this is really good against some Borsalino, Rebecca, blocker. You can play Outlaw, bounce himself back, and then bounce the opponent card if you want to go for lethal or close to lethal, right? This is pretty good. Now we have a 6k swing to our use this Captain Kitty. I think we maybe we block out just because it's easier to defend a 6k body than a 5k leader, right? And we also running low on cards, so we just baited to protect him. So he swings again and hit him, and then we let it die. Perfect. Next turn we could drop the Kaido, and I think the Kaido would be pretty good, right? I think first we will attack with the Zangoro to get additional draw out of the card, right? And then we will use the Kid to get rid of the Kaido, pop something, and also swing to his board. Yeah, because I think you have to... Okay. Text of the Perona. I think we will have to counter out of this. Yep, and then there's a 7k. I think the 7k we will take, yeah, for sure. Okay, what do we have here? So, I think we will start with a... We got a 5, 6, and an 8k swing. I would say we will do the 8 into the... Or we could pop the Boa with the Kaido, right? So let's do a 6k into the Jinbei. Okay, then we are doing the 8k into Jinbei. Then we're doing 5k into Perona. Then we are deploying the Kaido, use the effect on -5. We pop the Boa. Then Kaido gets rushed, and we also kill the Jinbei. And then we pass it over to them. So next turn we hope to deploy some blockers. Maybe we could play... Okay, we had 6 Don. We could either play the Kid. Okay, he grabs the Gecko Moria, probably gets the Jinbei back. Plays the Jinbei, play something else. And this is just the strength of this deck, right? He can now go with a 9k. Okay, there's a pudding next turn. Can we defend 9k? We can do like a 7 and use this effect right here. I think we will... Yeah, we have to counter out. Because there's another layer against the Flamingo, because they got access of the Perfume event, which is like a Diablo Jumble. It's an unblockable event, so when you go to 1, you always have to fear, yeah, like the Perfume, put all dons, and he goes to your life, and then you are usually doomed, right? So that's always something you have to keep in mind there. Okay, so we will definitely play out the blocker here. And I think we got 1 don spare, so I would say we start with a 5 here. 5, 7, 8, 10. Play the blocker. I think that's all we have. That's, I think, all we have. Then we do 7 here. I think these attacks will go through, right? 7, 8, 10. Play out the blocker. That's our play for the turn. Then we do the 8. Then we do the 10. And then we play the Kid and pass. Now we hope to survive 1 more turn to then maybe win the game the next turn. But let's see how it goes. Our opponent is now also on 10 don. And yeah, what are the options? He could swing 7 with the Gecko Moria. I think D7 I would maybe block and counter out. He's putting 1 Don under his Gecko. I don't think he plays any rush characters, so I think he just has 2 attacks, right? He goes with 7 to our face. Do we block to keep the killer alive? But then, on the other side, he could just take out any character he wants, right? Or do we just get rid of the Captain Kid? I think we just get rid of the Captain Kid, right? Or do we want the additional character? I think we just get rid of it. Because I would rather have like a Kaido than a Kid on board, right? So we just block this here. And I think it's always good to have some cards in hand. He plays a Jinbei. Jinbei for Boa. Look, there's top 3 and then he probably swing with, what is it? 9k into something. Probably the Zangoro. Or I think maybe into our life. Now the thing is, the Spore is a blocker. So he's actually at 3 lives. But let's see. If we're able to break it, I think the best card we could... let's see. He will go for our life probably, right? 9k or into... I think 9k into Zangoro would be also pretty good. Into our life, yeah. We take this one. And you just see, he was able for 4 Don and yeah, this leader effect to be able to play out 4 characters and also swing 9 to our life. And this is just, I think just the Jinbei and also the Boa of the new starter deck are just really solid cards overall. Okay. So now we have to finish the game. How do we do it? So we are at 8 Don. I think we will swing for the Zangoro first. We got, so we could do, let's say, 3 Don, 9. We could put 1 on the Luffy, 9. We could do 9, 9, 9, and 10. I think that's what we do, right? Should we do 8? Let's do 8. We start with 8. Draw a card. Let's start with 8. Because then we have 8, 9, 9, 11. I think if he has the counter in hand, he would counter out, yeah. Because the next one he can block, and then I think that's it, right? Oh no, we could play. Yeah, I think drawing the extra card here was really good. Because we can play the Usurp to rest the Boa. I think this is pretty smart. And I think now we do 7, 9, 10. Okay. And I think now we lost, right? Should we have done an 8? Yeah, 8 I think he had, yeah. That's pretty unfortunate. Then we now get rid of this board a little bit. But we don't have any blockers, right? And then we lose. Yeah, I think that was... that was the best play we could do, right? Rest his blocker. Maybe he just had like 2 1Ks in hand. Because we already baited out to 2Ks with this attack. Then we would have 7, 9, 10 to finish the game. And I think, yeah, we can get rid of this attack, but then that's settled the game. Yep. 7, nothing we can do here. Good game and we lose. Yeah, that's sad, we lose against. But I think it was, maybe it was not the best opening for our side, but yeah, it is what it is. Yeah, so I hope you enjoyed the content so far, the video. Hope you learned something, and as I mentioned, we will cover all the starter decks with videos like this to see what is the base we get in the starter deck, what cards are necessary to upgrade to have like some sort of competitive deck, and yeah, you are good to go. So thanks everyone for joining and listening to the video, and I would be grateful if you subscribe to the channel and yeah, comment or like as well. So thank you and see you on the next one. Bye.